Podcast. Hope you guys are doing good. What's up, Pancho Supernova, PCI, Lace on Ace? Can you send me a training regime? I could do better than that, man. Like training for what? You want fitness? You want grappling? I got all that, dude. Just send me a DM. I'll hook you up. What's up, Morgan? Pancho Supernova says, hey, Chris Security. Hey, hug from London, UK. What's up, brother? Happy to see you, Chris. Yeah, man. I love London. I'm trying to get back there. I got two guys knocking on my door from Ireland trying to bring us out there. Two different guys. So that makes it good. Got a guy in Australia wanting to bring us out there. Italy going to happen. So it's all going to happen. Lace and Ace. I wrestle myself. I want to wrestle. Well, you can't wrestle yourself, dude. You got to find another person. Evolve Dead 81. Good day to you, sir. Good day to you. Okay, so today's the day, man, where I change your life. Is that possible? Do I have permission to change your life today with a freaking podcast? Do I have your permission? Give me a number 1 in the chat if I have your permission to change your life with one simple podcast. Just for giving me your attention. I'm not even asking for your money. I'm just asking for you to pay attention. You might want to get notes going here. All right. As ever, if you guys want to communicate with me, all you got to do is type in the chat. That is how I communicate back and forth. All right. God, Carmen, give me a number 1. Evil Dead. Silverback, number 1. All right. Lace and Ace. Okay. Well, here we go. Because today I'm going to talk about what is the best way to bootstrap yourself into massive wealth from nothing. What's the best way to bootstrap yourself into massive wealth from nothing? I'm sounding like Mike Tyson there, massive. So, okay. First of all, the caveat. There ain't no such thing as a get rich quick. Okay? That's reliable. It's going to be either sketchy or winning the lottery or something like that. And neither one of those are reliable. Okay? And there is no guaranteed way to bootstrap, but there are some time-tested tricks that I have used and countless other people have used to bootstrap themselves into a position of financial freedom. Okay, here they are. Are we ready? Number one. The number one thing you need to do to bootstrap yourself into massive wealth from nothing is you've got to go to the market. You've got to think about business and find something that is a need that is not being met. Okay? That's first, because you're going to develop a product or service to fill that need. This does not require money unless you hire it out, which you can, but it requires creativity. That's free. And as Greg Cardone says, and I believe this 100%, this is congruent with my experience, creativity is a function of commitment. If you really commit, set yourself a deadline and give it enough urgency, the creativity will manifest itself for you. But you need to identify a need in the market that is not being met, and you need to develop a service or product to fill that need. So, like I said, you got to be creative. You're going to have to do your research. Thank God we live in the age of the internet, and even better now, ChatGPT. You can ask AI, and you have to take risk. That means you have to be willing to fail enough until you win. Okay, that's first step. Everybody got that? Give me a number 1 if you got that in the chat. Okay, if you got that in the chat, give me a number 1, and I will proceed. Stellar Steven gave me a number 1, so that's good enough. You guys better get on here, because I'm gonna leave this parts of this blank if you don't paying attention. I ain't doing this for my own sake. Evil Dead gave me a 1. Kellerman gave me a 1. Okay, second, Silverback Muay Thai Scientific Wrestling affiliate, also Punchy Facey Scientific Wrestling affiliate. Happy to see you guys. Okay, so number 1, you got to identify a need that needs to be filled, and you got to fill it. 2, you've got to develop a strong reputation. In other words, a strong brand. You see how those are kind of synonymous in that field. Okay, so let's look at scientific wrestling as an example. There was a day, had I been hit by a bus the day prior, scientific wrestling wouldn't exist. All these people that learned with Billy Robinson and all these people making all this money off the stuff that I've done and the Mace Bell and all that wouldn't exist. So what I did, nobody knew me. I wasn't a champion. I didn't have $1 bajillion. So what I did is I started building my reputation in the field by showing up, working my ass off, and helping people and asking people if I can help them. And I worked myself all the way up to asking guys like Billy Robinson, Wade Chalice, Mark Schultz, Dick Cardinal, Carl Gotch, Gene LaBelle, if I can help. And because I had done that so much with other people, that some of the people they knew, I started getting a reputation. Now I've got a good reputation amongst them. Now I'm helping guys like Josh Barnett and Wade Chalice and all these other dudes because of my personal brand and my reputation. Okay, that is earned. You've got to work, right? So one, you got to find what is the hole in the market that needs to be filled. What's the product or service? Two, you've got to build a reputation as the guy that can solve that problem. You could go to trade shows. Now, it doesn't have to be wrestling. I'm just using that as an example. I do that now for small businesses because I see 9 out of 10 small businesses fail. My mission is to flip that. My mission with number 1 is to flip that. So 9 out of 10 businesses succeed. That's a freaking huge order. That's why I'm doing this, why I'm here right now. Can you imagine the world if 9 out of 10 small businesses succeeded? This would be it would be like a utopia. Anyway, trade shows, networking. So for me, I'm heavily networked in business. I'm going to the Chamber of Commerce today. I just closed a deal with them for 25 grand. A client that I met there. You've got to create content. Do you see how much content I create on a day? Go and look at all my social media channels and look at the amount of content that I'm creating every day. You have to outwork everybody else, and I do. And you have to get there. You have to do it. All right? Brian Veach giving me a number 1. Thank you, sir, out on Facebook. Appreciate it. Okay. That's number 2. You got to start earning a badass reputation in that marketplace that you're looking to fill the need. 1 and 2 already, okay? Number 3, the very best investment that you will ever make in your life is investing in yourself, your personal development. You've got to start acquiring the skills and knowledge. So not only that you succeed in your chosen field, but that you can beat the other guys who are going for that money. You've got to bet on yourself. That's what I mean by betting on yourself. You've got to invest in yourself. I've spent, in the last couple of years, it's got to be over $250,000 on personal development. Okay? It's a lot. Throughout all my different businesses. But that is the best return on investment every single time. Doesn't always work out like any other investment. I bought online courses and they were stupid and they were a lot of money. Had to do it. Okay. Number 4 trick, method, thing you got to do to bootstrap yourself into massive wealth starting from nothing. You've got to find mentors. You've got to find coaches. You've got to find advisors who have successful experience in the industry in which you want to enter. And you've got to learn from them. That is another reason. So just like Grant Cardone has 10X and has all these multiple meanings. Number 1 has multiple meanings. Number 1, obviously being first, being the best. Number 2, being first to market. Is crucial. It's something I've done time and time again. It's served me very well. 2, going from no one to number one. Okay. Another meaning of number one is that you have to go seek out the best. This is what I'm talking about. Seek out these mentors, these advisors that have been massively successful. So I'll use scientific wrestling. I wanted to be the best source of information and the best training in the most impactful combat sport martial art that the planet has ever seen. Catch as catch can wrestling. So I went to the best. Not some joker at the YMCA, not my buddy at the strip mall, McDojo. I went to the best. I went to Carl Gotch. I went to Billy Robinson. I went to Gene LaBelle. I went to Wade Chalice. I went to Frank Shamrock. I went to all of these guys, the very best. That's just scientific wrestling. In business, I went to the best. I got a master's degree in the hardest discipline in finance and economics, known as financial engineering. I went to the best. I wanted to learn sales and marketing. I went to Grant Cardone. Not only did I just go to him because everybody goes to him, I made myself valuable. I invested with him. I partnered with him. I am now certified 10X business coach. But beyond that, I'm one of the Grant Cardone elite coaches. There's only like 20 of us amongst the 10X certified business coaches. There's like 500 of those. You've got to seek out the very best mentors you possibly can get. Okay. And then the last and final piece to bootstrapping yourself to massive wealth, starting with nothing, is you got to be disciplined, man, with your finances, and you have to live below your means. Stop spending money on stuff that don't make you money. You need to start thinking like an investor. Now, personal development, 100%. Some stupid expensive jacket? No. Some expensive vacation to show off? No. Some fancy car? No. Not until you get there. Okay? So it's as simple as that. It is truly as simple as that, right? You got to fill a need in the market. You got to develop a killer sterling reputation with the leaders in the market. You got to invest in yourself. You got to get those mentors and learn from them. And you've got to be disciplined. Discipline is more important than motivation. Okay. So remember, get rich quick. That is absolute bullshiz. Okay. Building wealth, making an impact, it takes time. In fact, it takes effort, persistence. There are no shortcuts. There aren't. Maybe there are, but don't expect that to be how it is. It is the opposite. Okay. But you follow these strategies and we're live. So when this is done, you can go back and review this, take notes if you missed it. But you follow these strategies, I guarantee you, you will increase your chances. Now, what I do, for example, in No1 Coaching, go to no1coaching.com. You go there. What I do is we get into the guts of it, and it's personalized for you. Does that make sense? I'm working on a concept now. I'm putting my flag in the ground. Nobody has really done this before. This is me. Again, first to market. Number one, I'm building out this idea of sportification in business. There's already this idea of coaching in business. There's already this idea of gamification in business. What I'm doing is merging the two and pushing beyond. So watch for more on that. And that is really what I bring to these businesses to make them into champions. I've done mental coaching for Olympians, Hall of Famers, world-class people, made people number one time and time again in business and in their respective fields. That's what I do. That's why I charge as much as I do. So, because it's worth it. If you guys have questions, I make myself available here for you guys. Let's go back, say hey to some people. Marty Jones, I hope you're still on, buddy. Good to see you, man. Number one. PT Rodriguez, Herb Cabot, Muslim, Flow State Studio, Luke Jacob, Freddie Tandoori, Kira Seraphim, Juan, Hobo Lunafart. What's up, dude? App Cracks Kinshi, whatever that is. I have no idea. Some of these names, guys, they're not made for me to read. Doesn't mean I'm not judging them. I just can't read them. So if you guys have questions, oh, wait, Brian Veach out on Facebook. Oh, man, don't spend money unless it's going to make you money. I needed that. That's what I do, man. Trying to help you out. Oh, hey, even my dad showed up. Gil Shannon. There he is. Gives me a number one. Thanks, Dad. Appreciate you watching. Guys, I got to get out of here because I am going to the Chamber of Commerce here shortly. Got to pick up my kids first, then jetting out there, hoping to schmooze, help some more people, reverse that statistic. Yeah. I like big goals. I just got off with a client. Literally, I have two of my clients, man. I turned them around in one call. One guy has a tree trimming business. We doubled his company, and I think I want to say we more than doubled his revenues inside of 2 weeks. Another gentleman was freaking out, didn't even have a job, took a big risk, put a lot of money on the table to hire coaching and work with me. Needed $4,000 by the end of the month. Boom, got him a gig. So super excited. I love, just like I love wrestling, I love entrepreneurship, and I love wealth building because I think they are the greatest paths to personal development known to humankind. Wrestling tends to be a younger man's game. Wealth tends to be an older man's game. There is crossover. But those are just the tendencies. Anyway, guys, I got a jet. If you got questions, hit me up now or forever. Well, not forever. Hold your peace because I'll probably be back tomorrow. But I hope this is useful for you guys. If this was useful, give me a number one in the chat, and we will check you tomorrow. If you guys have specific topics that you would like me to do a show on, I know I do this heavy on the business side. I get a lot of questions on wrestling and stuff. But anything you guys want to do a show on, I'm happy to. Punchy Face, he says, killing it, coach. Thanks again. Give me a number one. Z Chavez, give me a number one. Thanks, guys. All right, guys. Hobo Lunafart, give me a number one. Say it the strong. Dude, you got a strong ass mustache. Say it the strong. Dude, that's epic, man. I toy with getting my mustache back. I miss it. But my wife doesn't. So, gotta happy spouse, happy house. You know how that goes. I don't like that happy wife, happy life stuff because both spouses got to be happy. But happy spouse, happy house. So, all right, guys. I appreciate you. Hit me up in the DMs. Again, dude, Denver's happening. Like, you need to get to Denver. You're going to spend the weekend with me. We're going to do catch wrestling, business, all of it, dude. Go get some dinner, train our asses off. It's a grind, man. I think somebody called it a rite of passage back when we first started. A buddy of mine, may rest in peace, Michael Long, called it a rite of passage. A lot of people can't hack it, but yeah, a lot of people actually, they can't hack they'll make it through the first day, but then they just kind of don't show up on Sunday. Been doing this for 15 years, man. I can't. I'm so blessed. I've helped like thousands of people. It really makes me happy to have found my jam. Obviously, sharing experiences and knowledge in wrestling, but sharing experiences and knowledge in business and living a free life. That's the point of it all. It's not about money. It's about being free. Like being positive, like helping people in life. I love it, man. So I appreciate you guys. You help me do that by helping me help you or helping other people. If there's somebody that I can help in that, that's got a small business that's struggling, needs to make that revenue, you know where to send them. Number one.